Hi, welcome to Peace Donkeys. Today I'm going to show you how to make this dog collar. So this is called the Candy Stripes dog collar, and I've made it semi-adjustable so it can go through the buckle here. So I've used Sanctified with a centre chain through the middle, and then we've gone on and done the candy stripes. So I'm using goldenrod and acid purple in the centre, and black and goldenrod's diamonds on the outside. So I'll go ahead and show you how to make this dog collar. Okay, so to make this collar you're going to need your paracord, a knife, a fid, D-ring, buckle, lighter, tape measure, and you'll need some kind of jig. I'm using a bar clamp, and we've just put a couple of nails in each end so that you can attach your work to that and keep it tight as you're going. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is attach your cord to your buckle. Just bring it around your buckle and make a cow hitch. And then what you want to do is just secure that with another cow hitch. So just get your cord, go up to the outside of the hitch you just made, bring it through the buckle and back down through the loop there, pull that through, pull all that cord through. That just gives it a little bit extra security on the buckle. And then you'll do the same on the other side, get the cord, put it up through the buckle again, and then just bring it down through that loop there. And just pull all that cord through. So once you've measured along how far you want your dog collar to be, you're just going to start your collar. So you're going to take your right hand strand and put it over the centre two strands. Then the left hand strand is going to go over the top of that, around the back of everything, and up through that other loop on the right hand side. Pull that out. Then the left hand strand is going to come across the centre. Right hand strand will go over the top of that. Then it'll go around the back of everything and up through the loop on the other side. At this point you want to just check your measurements just to make sure that you haven't gone too long or too short than what you want it to be. Then you'll take your contrast colour and you'll just open those loops up a little bit on the end, and you'll feed your colour up through one side and down through the other side, and you'll pull that contrast colour all the way through to the halfway point. Oops. Once you've got that through to the halfway point, then you can tighten up what you've just done, and then you'll need to secure your work. So I just use a spare bit of micro cord and wrap that around my work and attach it to my nail. Tie that on nice and firm, and then you can use your bar clamp to just put a bit of extra tension on that if you need to. And then we're ready to start. So to make the adjustable part of your dog collar, we're just going to do the sanctified, which is your main cut. Your right strand comes up through the centre, out to the left side. Your other strand comes up through the centre and out to the right side. And then your contrast colour comes underneath, up through the middle, and it's going to go out through that black loop there, on the same side. Okay, and then the other strand on the opposite side does the same thing, comes up through the bottom it's going to go over and out through that black loop on the same side. Now for my dog collar, I'm going to actually add in one of the colours at the start here. So I'm using my goldenrod at the beginning, and I'm just going to attach that with a cow hitch. Oops, caught on something. Okay. So I'm actually going to use this at the beginning on the adjustable part of my collar, just because my buckle's wide enough to carry that. Okay, so tighten up all your work, and then our black is going to come back through the centre and out to the left. The left hand cord's going to come up through the centre and out to the right. Contrast comes up the bottom in between the two main strands, and it's going to go over and out through the black loop on the same side. Same with the other side, bring it up through the bottom, out through the black loop. And then I'm just going to keep putting my gold over the centre strands. And then under the centre strands, and then separate those and bring those strands back through the middle. Oops, try not to get tangled. And then you'll just tighten up your black strands, your contrast, and then your centre strands as much as you can. And then you go back to your pattern again. So your black comes up through the middle, out the other side, up through the middle, out the other side, contrast up through the middle, out the same side. Other contrast up through the middle, out the same side. Tighten those up a bit, and then bring your cords down underneath and up through the centre. Okay, tighten everything up. So you'll just go along with that same pattern until you get to the end of the adjustable part of your collar, and then we'll start showing you how to do the pattern for the main part of the dog collar. Okay, so I've finished the adjustable part of my dog collar and I'm ready to start with the main part. So I'm going to take my other colour and I'm going to join that onto the centre here, just with a cow's hitch. Okay, so now I'm going to take my gold and I'm going to bring that down beside the purple, underneath the centre strands, and bring that up through the centre to the right hand side of itself. Now I'm going to take my other gold and I'm going to go in between the two purples. So I'm going to go underneath the centre strands, back up to the right hand side of itself as well. Okay, so now I've got alternating colours, so gold, purple. Okay, so once you've got those attached, you're going to just put them out of the way for a minute, and you're going to go back to your main sanctified pattern, which is your black, up through the middle and out to the opposite side, both strands, with your contrast colour out through the same side, through that black loop there, other contrast up through this middle, out through the same side. Okay, so what's going to happen with your colours is, so we've got gold, purple. Now your right strand, so your purple, is going to come over to the left side. It's going to go over your centre strand, under your centre strand, and back up to the right hand side of itself. Okay, and that's going to stay over the left hand side. Then you're going to work from left to right, so you're going to go gold next to there, over, under, up to the right hand side of itself. Okay, then purple, bring it down over the centre strand, under the centre strand, and back up to the right hand side of itself. And then your last strand, which is your gold, so it goes over, under, and back up to the right hand side of itself. Okay, so you're going to tighten up all your work, so your black strands, your contrast, and then you'll tighten up each strand individually. So purple, gold, gold. Just go back and make sure everything's firm again. Each strand in the middle. Okay, and then you'll go back to your main sanctified pattern. So your blacks up through the centre and out the opposite sides, contrast up through the middle, out the same side. Okay, so again your right strand is going to cross over to the left side. It's going to go over, under and out to the right hand side of itself. Then we go from left to right, so your left purple is going to come down beside your gold, over, under and back up to the right hand side of itself. Then we go gold, down, under your centre strands and up to the right hand side of itself. And then your last one, which is your purple, it's going to go over the centre strands, under the centre strands and back up to the right hand side of itself. Okay, tighten up your black and your contrasts, and then each middle strand separately, tighten those up. Do that as many times as you need to until you've got nice firm cords there. Okay, then we'll start again. Blacks up through the middle, out to the opposite sides, contrast up, out the same side, other contrast up through the middle, out through the same side. Okay, so then the right cord is going to cross over to the left side, over, under, back to the right of itself. Slide that as far left as you can get it. Then we work from left to right, so the left strand is going to go next, over, under, back out. Then your next strand is going to go over, under and back out. And then your last strand is It's going to go over, under and back out. Okay, so once again, tighten up our black strands, our contrast strands and our centre strands. As many times as you need to. Blacks, contrast, okay, right strand comes over to the left, and then we go from left to right. So left purple goes next to that. Your left gold comes next to that. And then your purple comes down next to that. Always to the right hand side of itself. All these centre strands will always come up to the right side of themselves. Okay, tighten up your blacks and your contrast, and then each strand. Like I said, as many times as you need to tighten that to ensure that you've got good tension on your strands. You can see that pattern starting to come through there. So I'll just do one more round, blacks up through the centre, contrast, other contrast, and then your right strand crosses over to the left, over, under and back to the right of itself. Okay, move that over to the left, and then we work from left to right. So the left strand next is the gold, over, under and up to the right of itself. Next strand is purple, bring it down, up through the middle, and then your last strand is your gold, sit down, under, back up through the middle, and once again just tighten up your blacks, your contrasts, and then your centre strands. Okay, once again you can see a bit more of that pattern starting to come through. Okay, so I'll go down a bit more until we get to where you want to put the D-ring in, show you how to put the D-ring in. Okay, so I'm ready to put my D-ring on, so I'm just going to go back to my sanctified, and I'm going to put the black strand through there, through the middle. The other one comes up through the D-ring and out the opposite side. I'm going to go up here, but I'm not going to put that contrast strand through the D-ring because I just don't think it's quite long enough with this wide collar. So I'm going to put the other one up through there and just out through the side, but not through the D-ring. Oops. But I am going to put the other strands through the D-ring. So I'm going to crisscross this down through the D-ring over to the left side. And it's going to go over, under and back up to the right. the left strand is going to come through the D-ring, over, under. Next strand comes through, over, under. So there's lots of strands here to hold that D-ring in place. Over, under. Okay, so you'll tighten up all your strands like you usually do. I'm just going to make sure that we've got these strands nice and firm on top of the D-ring. Just slide that back a smidge. Just tighten that all up again. Okay. Okay, so they're all on that D-ring now, and that should be nice and secure. And especially if we keep weaving, it'll just get incorporated in, and that'll give strength to that weave. Okay. Okay, tighten up all of our strands again, one by one. And that's your D-ring in place there. If you've got a bigger D-ring and you can incorporate the rest of it, that's all fine as well. Okay, so you just keep on with your weave until you get to the end, and then you'll be able to snip off and melt your cords, whichever way you want to do that. There's not much more to go here. A few more rounds and we should be almost at the end. Okay, you can see that D-ring's incorporated quite nicely there now into the rest of the collar. Okay, so I'm almost at the end, so I'm actually going to finish off the same way that I started. So with the sanctified, and also just with the gold in the centre. So I'm going to leave the purples behind. And I'm just going to bring the golds over the centre, through the middle. It's really personal preference. If you want to keep going with all four colours, you can. And if you just wanted to do the plain sanctified without the centre gold, you could do that as well. It's really up to you how you want yours to look. I usually do this until I can't really fit that second lot through anymore, and then I just finish with one or two just plain sanctifieds. Okay, so once you've got to the end, you want to chop off all your cords. You can give your cord a melt. And that cord will fit into this fid. So a fid is just a needle with a thread in the end of it. And once your cord's cold from after you've melted it, and just make sure that should be good. That thread will screw into that cord will screw into that thread, and then you can feed that through to the other side of your collar. You can feed that through as many times as you want. I'm actually happy with just the once, and then you can cut that off and just melt that onto the opposite side so that it looks better. And you'll just do that with all your cords, however you want to do them. With the end ones, you might just want to weave them through a couple of the side cords there, just so that it gives that a little bit of extra security so that that won't come undone. So I'll do the black one on the side. I'm just going to bring that back through there. And then maybe just back through one more. Just so that I'm sure that that's not going to come undone when I melt it. It should be fine. So yeah, so just go ahead and weave all your cords through wherever you want them to be, and then just you can snip those off. So like this one, you can just give that a cut that off and melt it on the side. Oops. Okay. And once that's melted enough, you can just push that down with your knife, and then that's nice and secure there, and that shouldn't come undone. So yeah, just go ahead with all your loose threads, and then you're finished. Okay, so I've woven all my cords through, melted them on the sides and on the back, so they're hidden now once you do up the dog collar. You won't be able to see those melts. And then you've got a semi-adjustable collar. All finished, ready to go. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe.